Well, I do really like that a lot. You know, I love to pack arenas, but I'd really like to handle my thoughts.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris.
And I'm Brett.
Welcome to another NF reaction video, Pastors React. Brett's the old seasoned guy. I'm the young hotness.
Yeah,
The youth guy. You're the old pastor.
the old pastor
The old
who
curmudgeon.
is you have kindly taken along the NF journey, which now I feel familiar. I feel like, yeah, I get it. I'm right in there with it.
So today we're going to be looking at Lost.
Okay.
This is Off the Clouds, the mixtape. So he kind of had done several things. This was like during pandemic era. He's like, you know what? I'm just going to put out this album that is basically a little bit different than some of the other stuff he'd done. There's some songs we did react to Clouds already. That was the title track.
Yeah, right.
And so
Take a look at that.
This one is featuring Hobson. And so it's interesting because a lot of times he doesn't do many features, and when he does, they're not people that you would expect in the rap world. Because Hobson, I don't think he's a believer, but he uses some language in his songs.
Is he going to use language here?
Just
supposed to react to that.
Appropriate language for this.
Appropriate language.
Yeah.
So is he a big deal, Hobson? I don't know.
Kind of. He has a similar vibe to NF as far as like the mental health thing and dealing with a lot of inner stuff.
Where are they connected? Good. All right, let's check it out.
So I did not know Hobson before this, but let's check out Lost.
And I don't know him now, so looking forward to seeing who this person is. Beautiful setting. That's nice.
Yeah.
That is.
Oh, there he is. I like how it's almost like a movie trailer that Lost.
He's good at that.
Look, self-awareness, pride's a coat, and yes, I like to wear it. Buttoned up, don't like to let no air in, with a pair of gloves that I hope doesn't perish. I discovered though when I get holes in them, and I let joy in, I'm in higher spirits. My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost.
Oh, I love.
Hey, man, props to you. Oh, I that's one of my favorite things is enjoying you enjoying it.
Well, I mean, that whole he's like, look,
like a parrot thing.
Yeah, and he says, pride's a coat, and yes, I like to wear it buttoned up, like I don't like to let no air in. And so it's like he wears his pride because again, like his whole journey has been like he balances that I like myself or I don't like myself, and then that pride of like I'm doing well now and all that, and he's like, but it's still that parrot's in there saying you're not any good and all this stuff, and
just repeating the same thing over and over again, which is kind of a word of the wise on, you could get to that level, and it's pretty amazing. You'd think, oh, you've got to that level, you should be thankful and just enjoy it, but it's human nature to even people who are at this level say things like that, like I still feel like an imposter, or I just don't feel up to up to what I'm hoping to be and all that sort of thing.
And if you notice, the black balloons are back. His burdens are in there. So
you always catch that. I wish I did.
Every time, Brett. It's been in 30 videos. Yeah. But he talks about letting joy in. He's like, okay, I'm finally starting to feel better. And then, that parrot squawking saying, you're not any good.
And I think we can all relate to that on some level.
My mistakes are like a screaming parrot.
My mistakes are like a screaming parrot, just repeating lyrics. I can barely bear it when I'm lost. Road is narrow, I'm looking down it like a gun's barrel. Aren't we all searching for the serum that could help us breathe and leave our state of peril? All of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish, cause we're too embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost.
We're lost, yeah.
That Scarecrow line is great.
It is.
So all of us have made defensive scarecrows that we scatter around our fields and treat like heroes when they scare away the things that we should cherish. And so it's like I don't know, what's he talking about there? No, I think
You're the expert. I was relying
want you to
on
explain it to me. But like, there's things in our life that we put up, like we put up those boundaries and barriers that we don't really let people in. And so he's saying the things that we should cherish, we kind of set up this like, oh, I'm better than you, or that kind of thing to like, and it kind of the things that we should be going towards, we actually put up defensive barriers against. Like we talked about joy. Like I don't want to feel joy. I don't want to feel I just let those dark thoughts come in and things like that. And so,
yeah, sometimes I think I know I've experienced this. When you worry, it feels like you're doing something, and if you stop worrying, you think okay, now I'm really going to get slammed, and that could be a part of it too. Like it's almost like we trick ourselves into thinking our anxiety is helping guard against a problem or something like that.
You could check out our reaction to Happy, but that's kind of what Happy was about. It's like, I don't know who I'd be if I were happy, and like it's like,
yeah.
I don't know what this side.
I know the instant I become happy, some tragedy will happen. So it's this strange kind of psychology, but I think that's one of the reasons he's popular, because nearly everybody can relate to that.
We're too embarrassed to admit that fear is that we're lost, and so I mean, from a Christian perspective, like being lost is you don't know who Jesus is, and so I don't know. I mean, we'll have to keep watching to see if that's kind of the comparison, but it's like this.
Maybe that's where this other guy comes in, takes over.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Embarrassed to admit the fear is that we're lost. Yeah, but what does it matter? I get too combative inside of me. The personal canvas, the pain can be flat and get messy when I start to get rattled. The heart of a savage and quiet when I lurk in the shadow. But something on that up. I don't want to be over dramatic, but look at the data. It's obvious that humans are fragile. We tend to get mad at the ones that call us out, but the fact is we need someone that'll be honest when we fly off that handle.
Oh, there you go. Okay, now that was good. We get mad at the people who call us out, but we need it.
Yeah. Well,
but I get mad at the same kind of people. So
because right now I know a situation a friend is in, and he's speaking truth to a friend of his, and the friend doesn't want to hear it. But it's like I mean, I think as pastors we do that a lot. We have to like go in and tell people the hard truth that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
It's like, well, everybody else is building them up. Oh, you're great. Do what you want. Live your truth and all this stuff. We're like, here's the Bible truth. And
yeah. Here's was actually, and that. And sometimes being all agreeable is mistaken for love, whereas anybody that's been a parent knows that, no, that's not always true. Sometimes the hard truth is it's driven by love. It obviously is.
Yeah.
It's because I see in the long run you're gonna crash if you don't, get in line. So
we need something that will be honest when we fly off the handle. It's good.
When that'll be honest when we fly off that handle. I admit I throw a fit when I begin to unravel. Keep my wits spin off the grid, but now I'm back in the saddle. My intent is not to rant, I like to own what I value. I can take you on the fence and maybe pick up the paddle. I like to roll against the current, that's the way that I travel. Opposite of what the grain has got the brain of a rebel. Take initiative, I'm diligent on every level. I never can settle, I like to keep my foot in the pedal. Yeah, I love to pack arenas and all, but what I really want to do is learn to handle my thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss.
Well, I do really like that a lot. I love to pack arenas, but I'd really like to handle my thoughts. I can. That's such an interesting look at fame and stuff. Like, here's somebody that's doing something that a whole lot of people would really love to do. I have an arena full of people showing up just to see you.
Well,
but admits a better thing would be able to not be freaking out inside my head.
Yeah, and what's interesting now, because I don't think at the time he was, or maybe a little bit, but now he is packing out arenas because his Hope Tour is, it's all in arenas and stuff.
You going?
So,
is that a thing now?
There's one in January,
really,
or February. It was somebody from our church. They're like, "Hey, I got tickets to the one in." So
we should go and react from there.
It's in Indianapolis. We can find tickets. But that's the thing. Like, he's selling out arenas now, and it's hard to get tickets to his shows because he's gotten to this point. But it's like, I'm doing this great stuff on stage, but I can't even handle my own
walk
brain.
away from this. Yeah.
All right.
My thoughts and put the reins on them, show them I'm the one that's the boss. And pull them back when they get out of hand and breaking their jaws. I'm taking the flaws and told me I can never revolve. Then pull a bane on them, ask them, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. Applaud the traits that I want. They say I can't afford what it costs, but
there's somebody else's balloons. You see some balloons floating up in the corner. So, and that line about Bane, I think I'm in charge. It's a quote from one of the Batman movies. I like that line.
I didn't know it was from Batman. I'm impressed with that.
Then pull a Bane and ask him, "Oh, you think you're in charge?"
Okay,
that was from the Dark Knight Rises, I think. The third of the good Batman. Christian Bale, fight me.
Then pull a Bane on him, ask him, you think you're in charge? You ought to know better, ain't no way around it. Applaud the traits that I want. They say I can't afford what it costs, but I manifested this. Failing's how you grow and learn your lessons, kids. Take the worst and try to make the best of it, cause when you fail, just know that it's a test in it. You can learn to pick yourself back up again and train your brain to not be such a pessimist. It's okay to make mistakes, just don't forget that there's a high road, but I skip the exit when I'm lost.
Oh.
I wonder if you ever regretted doing that in the snow.
Well, wait till the next part.
Or were you going to say you stopped it for a reason?
No, just that whole line is like, hey, we make mistakes. He's like, but learn from them. And he's like, train your brain to not be such a pessimist. Like, hey, you're going to mess up. You're going to be flawed. You're going to make mistakes. And that's what he says right before this. He's like, I know that I'm flawed, but he's like, but if I learn from that and I grow from it and become better, he's like, and he said, hey kids, you need to train your brain not to be such a pessimist. It's okay to make mistakes. Just don't forget that there's a high road. But he's like, but I skip that exit when I'm lost. So when I'm not focused on what I'm supposed to be, and again, like the parallels to Christianity of like, when we're lost, when we're not going towards Jesus, we're going to miss those things that we're supposed to be doing, and instead of following our own flesh and our own selfish desire.
And I've heard that sometimes when you make a mistake, there's 3 different things that you do. You tend to think of it as permanent. You tend to think of it as pervasive, like it's colored all of life. Okay, that means everything is wrong and everything is bad. It's never going to go away, and you take it deeply personal. And so I think that's kind of what he's saying as well. There's this whole thing that happens, and don't go that way, because that is something we do psychologically.
Yeah.
But I skip the exit when I'm lost. Yeah.
Going towards those balloons.
When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. Wow. These burdens are heavy, and I'm hoping it don't bury me. I used to be joyful and skip so merrily, but now I'm too cautious and tiptoe carefully. My mind left, and it's nowhere to be found. Am I a big old parody? Cause it's no fair to me. And now I'm at the point where I'm spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. Look.
Spending $1,000 a week on hypnotherapy. So this is Hobson, obviously.
Okay, all right. There he is. A great introduction. One of the best introductions I've ever seen. That would caught me off guard.
Well, what was funny is because they had like a different. I think he was just laying there, and NF was like, "Hey, you need to put snow on your face," and he's like, "I'm not doing that." He's free. He's like, "I am so cold already." He's like, "No, you got to do this." And he's
like, "I wonder if they regretted they're not only in the snow, but they're up in the mountains. It's like super freezing up there."
Yeah, and then he says, "Here, put snow on your face," and he's like, "We had to do that take several times." He's like, "It was miserable. It's funny listening to Hobson like talk about it."
Probably never done a video with them since. So
look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. All right, it's been
a week on hypnotherapy.
Trying to wash away his sins. I like this.
Wow. Yeah.
A week on hypnotherapy. Look, I'm trying to wash away my sins. I got a group of loved ones that ain't my friends. And if I ever take a nail, then they might grit. And they all want to see me stay in the cage I'm in. So when it come to anybody, there's no trust for no one. Man, so what? My whole plan's to go nuts. My shoulder's ready for more shrugs. I'm gon' judge anybody trying to enter my circle with no love. My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet.
That's quite a run of the battle that he's having with people that he loves, and just dealing with that burden, trying to sort out all that stuff and navigate it.
He says he has a whole group of people that's ready, like they want to see him fail. Like they don't want to see him succeed and all that stuff. And I don't know. Sometimes I think you feel like that when you've come from like a place of low standing and then you kind of get that fame. There's those people who are like, you shouldn't get that. You know where he's been. I don't know. Your past, some people might be like, he can't be a pastor. I think.
I did. Yeah. I still have friends who laugh at that when they call me pastor, they always chuckle. This is the thing. They do that. That's fine. It goes back 30 years.
Hey, Jimmy, that TV went off, so we can't see how long it's been. So that's a little behind the scenes.
My sanity's gone. I'd rather be torn from this planet they planted me on. Your stats a reward. I'm actually bored with having this sore heart. It's torn apart from a family that I don't have anymore. Now hold up. I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity, huh? A pity. It's kind of funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck.
So I mean, he's talking about, hey, money didn't satisfy anything that he's like, I was living so oblivious with millions. It really was a pity. He's like, I had so much. And then it's like, it's kind of funny that what a penny does mixed with a mini buzz. It's like, I've got money and I have this buzz or whatever. I don't know, drugs or alcohol or whatever it may be, or just, but it's like, it didn't satisfy. And it feels good at the time, but it's not.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
I think we've pointed out this before. Wherever you go, you take yourself with you. So there's, whether it's fame or riches or whatever else, you're still going to have you kind of riding around inside your head. So.
It really was a pity, huh? A pity. It's kind of funny what a penny does, mixed in with a mini buzz. I feel stuck. Life got me by the neck with a blade against it. Cause I was running late for the train and missed it. The only thing I feel is pain and vengeance. So I'ma act out like a raging misfit. And every verse I lay gon' stay sadistic. You wanna hate me? Good, great, terrific. You'll never see the day when my anger's dismissed. You better go and change your wish list. Cause manifested this. Do not treat me like some adolescent kid. I am praying to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go add my testament.
Oh, praying to the Lord with the book of James.
The book of James.
Hoping he gonna add to my testament.
with the book of James. I wonder what he'd be referring to in the book of James. Maybe the trials and all that.
Oh yeah, there's like all
consider pure joy when you face trials of many kinds. That thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, to the Lord with the book of James, hoping he go at my testament. This dark cloud, that's my residence. Demons knocking, I don't have to let them in. I done made mistakes day to day, you probably can't relate. I just ain't the same when I'm lost. Yeah. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost. When I'm lost.
Oh, look at that!
There's all these other people they're gonna try.
Yeah.
But I think the whole thing's a metaphor for like NF trying to like help rescue people, and then they kind of come along and they've each got their own burdens. I mean, it sounds like Hobson, just the anger that he's got and the rage of
Which he was probably feeling a lot when they had the snow on his face and it was real cold. That was meant real. But yeah, I think you're right. I mean, that is a cool artistic expression of that lostness, and a lot of us are in that same boat. Again, that's why I think he's so popular.
Yeah, in the community aspect of we do have our own burdens, but so does everybody else. In the community of like, hey, if we're following Jesus, that's what the community is supposed to do of the body of Christ. It's supposed to carry one another's burdens.
Literally share one another's burdens and carry one another's burdens. So
I think that's the end of it right there. So
you may be right. So
lost.
When I'm
lost.
Yeah. But, a sense that you could be found in the end. So take us on home there, buddy.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for joining us.
Just in case
check out our other reactions to this, and you've got some NF content that you put out of like things you've been learning along this journey. So,
yeah, some principles based on that. So check it out. Yeah.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.